Okay, so here I have 3 images. Let me save it. So I have 3 images and I hover over them, and you can have a gallery. Similar to what you're going to be doing with your assignment. So the way this works is, we look at the code. We have something similar to what we had before. So I've got links. So I'm centering it, so this section just centers it. So I could, if I was to remove this, it'll actually swing everything to the far left. So I was only centering it. Then following that, you need to give it a width. You need to give, I gave it a width because I wanted that to be centered. Once again, I could remove that. Everything will work perfectly fine. So if you do want to center it, you have to give it width. So I can remove this block of code to simplify it. Okay, then right at the top we have links. It's a container, and for the anchor tag there's a span. Initially set the display to none, so nothing is going to be displayed that we're going to throw within the span tags. Now when we look at the span tag and the image, here's the images, those 3 images or thumbnails I've put on there. Now below that I have the span tag, and within that I've basically got the image, to whatever size you want that to be. That's all that's happening. So whenever we hover over it, it's going to display the block, it's going to have absolute positioning. Of course you need to give it a width. Any object you're going to display, if I was to set this to, I don't know, 10, it should still work if it was centered. Okay, with text. So it doesn't really matter in terms of the width, because it's taking the width from here, the width, so it's going to take the image width. So that doesn't really matter. So there's only a few lines of code that you want in terms of for that image to appear. So that's how easy it is to hide and display objects. So it's basically using display none and display block. So with those particular images, we could have rounded corners if we want to. In this particular case we don't, but you can actually create rounded corners. I could say 100 all the way around. You basically just copy that, or you can type it in. So here it's taking care of the WebKit browsers, which is going to be Safari, Chrome and the Mozilla, and then we have the internet. So that's why you need all 3 of them. There's not one line that would cater for all the browsers. Okay, and then we were to preview that. Let's see if it's actually works. So my images are not large enough to display that, but you can actually create containers that will allow you to display rounded